my co-host on race day. Let's bring him up, everybody, Mr. Paul Kaye.
Hello everybody, so good to be back together again, and a huge welcome to all our viewers who are watching the press conference via Ironman Now on Facebook Watch as well. To introduce our professional athletes, I'd like to start with our professional women. Closest to me, representing Great Britain, Ruth Astle, professional since 2020, two-time Ironman champ, and was age group world champion in Hawaii. Next to her, representing Sweden, Olympic silver medalist in one of the most exciting triathlons in history, I would think, with that sprint finish with Nicola Spirig, Olympic silver from 2012 in London, two-time 70.3 champion, the winner of Ironman Lake Placid last year. Onwards to another one of our athletes from Great Britain, Kat Matthews, two-time Ironman champion, two-time 70.3 champ, also raced the 70.3 World Championship here last year. Representing the USA, Skye Moench, two-time Ironman champion, including becoming the Ironman European champion in Frankfurt, and two-time 70.3 champion. Huge favorite in the USA as well, always is Heather Jackson, and a huge favorite around the world, six-time Ironman champ, 11-time 70.3 champion. Next to her, the only athlete to win the Triple Crown, five-time Ironman 70.3 world champion, four-time Ironman world champion from Switzerland, Daniela Ryf. And then, from Germany, our reigning Ironman Women's World Champion, Anna Haug, four-time 70.3 champion, two-time Ironman champion, of which one was Hawaii. A round of applause for our professional women. To our professional men, furthest away, representing Australia, Cameron Worth, four-time Ironman champion, just back from winning the Paris-Roubaix with his team, being part of the winning team from Paris-Roubaix.
Let's stick with the other one.
You prefer to be the winner of the Paris-Roubaix. How about first onto the cobbles?
Yeah,
Next to him, representing Canada, always an incredible athlete to watch, so strong, so entertaining, so tenacious, four-time Ironman champion, 23 times 70.3 champion, Lionel Sanders. For the USA, Sam Long, he's a two-time Ironman champion, four-time 70.3 champ, had an incredible 70.3 World Championship here last year. If I was to read his palmares, we would be here all day, but I'll keep it short and sweet. He's a two-time Olympic gold medalist, two-time ITU World Champion, and he's also a two-time Ironman champion, four-time 70.3 champion. On debut in the middle distance, winning here in St. George, Alistair Brownlee for Great Britain. Reigning Olympic gold medalist representing Norway, Christian Blumenfeld here, also an Ironman champion on debut, Cozumel, 7 hours 21, insane time. Next to him, fellow countryman, and he's our two-time and defending Ironman 70.3 world champion from Norway, Gustav Iden, and winner of Ironman Florida. And then another one of our athletes who requires zero introduction, but we shall introduce nonetheless for all our viewers on Facebook. Representing Germany, your 2014 Ironman World Champion, two-time 70.3 World Champion, and so many Ironman and 70.3 victories, it is the ever-popular Sebastian Kienle. I know for you athletes, Saturday is the hardest day of the year. But for me, today is the hardest day of the year because I figure you've all been asked all the questions by the media already. But we'll do our best. Ruth, it's been an incredible short professional career. What a wonderful finish to 2021 with victory in Mallorca and victory in South Africa.
Yeah, definitely. 2021 felt a bit more like a breakthrough year. And you don't have to worry about asking me questions because I've not done any of the media yet. So actually being sat here is pretty surreal. But yeah, really excited to be here at my first professional world champs. Kind of weird to be here as the defending age group champ. But yeah, really looking forward to Saturday and racing against all these amazing women.
I mean, it started off in London, sort of racing for your club, the local races, and here you are on this stage as a professional at a World Championship, Ironman World Championship.
Yeah, as I said, still very surreal. I don't quite believe that I'm sat here. You know, I think qualifying for Ironman World Champs was kind of the aim, sort of, well, when I first went professional, and I thought actually just being here and being able to take part would be amazing. So to kind of actually be in a place now where I think I'm actually hoping to be competitive is like pretty amazing to have come that far in a short space of time.
Indeed it is, and I know all eyes are on you, and we wish you the best of luck. And I know everybody in the United Kingdom, they are glued to their laptops right now, and they're sending you all the best. We're going to move to Sweden. We're going to move to Lisa Norden. An incredible triathlon career already, especially over the Olympic distance. A little bit of a silence from you for a while, and came back 70.3 distance and an incredible Ironman win last year. And here you are on the stage for the Ironman World Championship.
It took me 20 years to get here, actually. I've been in the sport for 20 years now, and it was only last year I raced my first Ironman. And I still feel like a small fish in a big pond being here, which is really cool, actually. My radio silence was just a short trip into professional cycling, which also is what I like when you get thrown into new stuff and get new challenges. And I see this as a massive new challenge that I'm really looking forward to.
You talk about the cycling, if I'm not mistaken, quite a few national titles, TT, etc. When we've been talking about the course here in St. George, there's a lot of talk about the bike course, there's a lot of talk about the meters being climbed, especially in the last part of the course. Your cycling career giving you a bit of confidence for that?
In cycling, you step off your bike with cramps, and then you have a massage and someone looking after your bike, and you don't have to do nothing anymore. So this is the whole different part of game. I'm gonna wreck my bike and run a marathon, so it's a very, very different approach. And I think my biggest challenge is not to use the bike too much, because I'm gonna be tempted to it. And I'm still gonna have to have that mantra on my shoulder that I'm gonna run a marathon as well.
We'll arrange a massage for you at the end of the marathon. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All the best. Luca Till from Sweden, Lisa Norden. Kat Matthews, also we were chatting with Ruth, relatively short professional career for you as well, but it's your second career that you're running concurrently. Still in the army, if I'm not mistaken. Do I have to call you Captain Matthews?
You can if you like.
Oh, there we go.
Yes, I'm serving in the British Army. I spent 4 years as a physiotherapist before transitioning to elite sport.
If I may briefly, just as a physiotherapist, how does that inform you and your approach to racing as an athlete?
I think the more I think on this question, I've been asked it a few times recently, actually I think I want to pretend that it has no impact. It's just, you know, knowledge in the background, but probably I use it every day. Every small little, oh, what's that? You know, you're cycling along, we've all experienced it. Oh, is that a new pain in my foot? Oh, I'll see how it goes later in the day, I'll review it tomorrow. So I think probably it's a bit like having an in-house physio, which sounds like a bit of a gift probably to most people.
You have been getting a lot of attention leading up to this race. How's that affecting the butterflies in the tummy?
Yeah, I mean, I really think that the attention is just attention. I take no credit for any preconceived predictions for this race. It's all about the performance on Saturday. So I'm actually just sort of saying, cool, you can predict away. People have done it before and I've failed, so it's not, to me, it's not about the predictions, and my nerves are the same as they would be otherwise. I think I just want to have a performance that shows what I can do against the best in the world.
Winning Ironman 70.3 Lanzarote earlier this year, that's also a brutal course. Does that give you the confidence to tackle this course?
Yes. Me and Anne and others had a great battle there. I think the bike has similarities and some differences, which obviously I'll use on this course on Saturday. And the run, people maybe don't realise, but it was actually a very hilly run, a constant sort of flowing up and down. Slightly different on Saturday, but the performance that I put down in Lanzarote was as I expected for the training data that I had over the winter, so it was quite a reassurance that no, my power meter wasn't broken, this is what I can do.
Thank you very much, Kat Matthews for Great Britain. All the best on Saturday. We move the microphone to USA Skye Moench. I hope I pronounced it properly. I've heard many varieties of pronunciation for yourself.
Close enough. We'll just leave it with that.
Skye, that win in Frankfurt on a brutally hot day, if I remember correctly,
Yeah.
that changed your life.
Yeah, I mean, that was my first professional win, and it was a big one, European Championship. So I think that just proved to myself that the work I was putting in was paying off and that I could compete with the best in the world.
You also had a great end to 2021 with a win and a second, but you had a sixth here at the World Championship in St. George. What did you take away from racing here last year that you've implemented into your prep for this year?
70.3 Worlds in St. George last year, it was an incredible experience. It was actually my first World Championship event, really. And on this course with the field that we were racing against, it was the toughest race I'd ever done. So I know that Saturday is also going to be the toughest Ironman I've ever done. So that's really what I've taken away from that and prepared accordingly, mentally and physically.
I think the word tough is a word we've heard a lot leading up to this race.
Yeah, I think we're all looking forward to it, right? It's something different. We haven't done this World Championship course before, and it's an opportunity for all of us to go out and show what we're made of on the tough course.
Let's stay with the red, white and blues. We move across to Heather Jackson, and all the best to you, Skye. It's going to be an incredible Saturday. Heather, 5th, 3rd, 4th, 14th, 5th. One of the most consistent performances in Hawaii over recent times for an American athlete. 6 Ironman wins, 11 70.3 wins. How much do you use the support of the locals out on the course when you race on American soil?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm a very emotional racer, just in my training and racing, and I just try to soak in everything and keep that mentality of gratitude out there, and we get to do this. And so for me, out on courses, people are cheering, screaming your name. For me, it just elevates everything, and so that's what I look forward to on racing, and try to take it all in while I can out there.
You know, Skye mentioned the word tough, and I've heard a lot of people say that they think this course is right up your alley.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, the start of the year I was a little Kona has been my goal for the last 7 years, and so to have it moved, at first it was this mental shift, okay, you have to get ready for May. And then slowly, as I kind of dug into the course, especially the last 2 weeks, we got here early and got to ride it. I ran the course. I've been out in the reservoir, getting used to the cold water. I'm excited. It's similar to a lot of the courses that I've just absolutely loved, and I'm a little bit, as everyone can see, shorter, smaller. I can get up and over hills. So for me, I need those hilly courses to kind of make up deficit out of the water. So I'm excited. This course is going to be hard. The bike is hilly, the run is hilly. If people pace it wrong, nutrition's wrong, there's so many things that could happen, and so it's not over until you cross that finish line. I mean, you could pass someone with a mile to go, so it's going to be an all-day just battle out there, and that's what I love. It's exciting because anything can happen literally throughout whatever it's going to be, 9+ hour day.
And anything is possible. Thank you very much, Heather Jackson, USA, representing Switzerland. Daniela Ryf. Daniela, you've shown that you are just one of the most prolific middle and long course athletes out there. Clearly cracked the code for Kona. What is it like to be on the stage, setting the scene for an Ironman World Championship that is not in Kona, and how have you done things differently?
It's a huge challenge, and it's really exciting. I am super excited for this race. The last 6 months I've did everything I could to be ready for this, and I think to have something new sometimes also can help to just get yourself on something like new approach, the race is different. It's going to be dry and not humid. It's going to be wetsuit and not warm water. So there's a lot of challenges out there, and to actually, as an athlete, to try to prepare for them is what makes the sport interesting. I'm really excited.
I want to reference a comment that your godson made that you shared, where your godson said,
I got what?
I want to reference a comment that your godson made where he said, yeah, that she used to be a good triathlete. and I thought about that and I thought, hold on, let's just used to be a good triathlete. 5 wins in 2021, of which 3 were 70.3s and 2 Ironmans. Still very clearly you are a great triathlete.
Well, yeah, it's hard. I mean, the kids are so honest, and it's great because, I mean, it's been 2 years and 7 months since the last chance for an Ironman World Championship. So it actually is true that it's been a long time since there was someone new crowned, and the last time in 2019 I screwed up. So it's been 3.5 years since I won my last big race. And yeah, I mean, it's. I thought it was funny, and of course I did have. The last year was definitely not my best, and to be back, you know, like kind of having that, health back and be able to train again properly definitely helps to be strong again. And so for me, it's really exciting to have this opportunity again. And I did notice the big races do motivate me. It's really when it matters where I can get the best out of myself, and also to train for something big is always been what drives me. And I think this race is, I'm really grateful for the opportunity that we can have this race. Even it took a bit longer than we would have wished, but we are here and it's actually happening. So I think that's pretty good news. And it's going to be tough. I also have to say it. Everyone said it so far.
Indeed, thank you very much, Daniela Ryf, representing Switzerland, and extra motivation for her from her godson. The final of our women professionals, Germany's Haug, our reigning Ironman World Champion. This is a historic week because we're taking the World Championship to a new destination, but you also made history. You're the longest reigning Ironman World Champion.
Yeah, it's a bit of a sad title, I would say. I mean, it feels like ages ago since I won the 2019 title, and I personally think a World Championship title should be on the table every year, so I feel like the World Champion of 2019, but I love 2020 and 21, so I'm quite happy that it's on the table again and we can all fight it out on a different new course. So I think that's really exciting. We're all looking forward to that.
It was an incredible run you displayed on the Big Island of Hawaii in 2019, and if we look at this course, surely one can't have only one weapon to win. Not that you only have one, I'm not saying that, you know. We know that your run is exceptional. What have you changed for Saturday?
And for sure, we know that the course is quite different from Hawaii, and you have a bit more focus on strength, because I think that's the key thing you have to have on this course. It's not about speed, it's about strength, and I think the most strength athlete will probably be the winner of this race. But we have to see. No one has ever raced that before, so it's new for everyone. So to do any prediction for the race would be a bit no one knows. I think we have to wait for Saturday and see who suits this course the best, and for sure I will give my best.
I think that's what we're all looking forward to. You know, it's a new course, a new World Championship. Our athletes after such a long absence, but to our reigning World Champion, Haug, we wish you the best of luck. A round of applause for our professional women.